Scientists discovered a woman frozen in Antarctic ice for 5,000 years. When they unwrapped the coarse cloth covering her face, they were amazed to find her skin hadn't decayed at all. It was even more delicate than a living person's. Intrigued by this perfectly preserved body, the scientists examined her carefully with flashlights. Suddenly, they noticed her pupils moving in response to the light. Realizing she might still be alive, they immediately began examining her brain. Astonishingly, it was still active. The team quickly fired up all their heaters, and soon the massive ice block melted away, revealing her entire body. They carefully moved her to a bed, but something was strange. Despite being frozen for so long, she showed no signs of frostbite anywhere. Just as they were preparing to use defibrillation, her heart started beating on its own, faster and faster. Soon she opened her eyes. Seeing strangers all around her, she panicked, so the doctors gave her a sedative. When she woke again, the doctor greeted her. Though she couldn't understand what he was saying, she learned incredibly fast. Then the doctor noticed something remarkable. The wounds from her medical examination had already completely healed. It was absolutely incredible. Will brought her food, and she devoured it hungrily. But the doctors discovered something even more shocking. Her brainwaves closely resembled those of ancient human species. She wasn't from a few 100,000 years ago. She was from millions of years ago. Her evolutionary path was completely different from modern humans. While the scientists were discussing this, the doctor standing near the ancient woman suddenly collapsed. Tests revealed he'd been infected by a virus, one that came from her. Soon, more and more people at the base fell ill. The ancient woman, who'd been chatting with Will, suddenly asked if everyone was getting sick because of her. She walked over to the fallen staff members, placed her hand on their chests, and began healing them. Amazingly, they woke up within moments, leaving the scientists stunned. But after healing them, the woman collapsed. When she came to, she continued healing more people. But the scientists noticed something alarming. Each time she healed someone, she would faint, and her white blood cell count was dropping rapidly. At this rate, she wouldn't last much longer. They assigned Nick to watch over her, but she knocked him out and made her way to the room full of patients. She healed every scientist who'd gotten sick because of her, but at a terrible cost to herself. They placed her in an isolation chamber and rushed her to a nearby hospital. Though she'd learned human language, her life was coming to an end. Before she died, she told the scientists that all the answers were hidden in a small town somewhere. Then she passed away. The name of this movie is Stargate.